On behalf of the 5 Tribes Core Committee on Review of Reservation Policy, welcome you all to this historic sit-in protest. At the outset, my deepest gratitude to the President Simi Hoho, Dr. Vihuto Asami, who's here with us today, the leaders of APO, Lota Hoho, Regma Ho, who are here with us, and also the student organizations, the youth bodies, participants from different backgrounds and walks of life who have come here today in solidarity on the issue raised by the 5 tribes on review of reservation policy. Our convener will be giving the keynote address. Only before that, I want to give a gist of what exactly and why we are here today. Many of you, in the last few months, we have had a protest march in our respective district headquarters. We have submitted a memorandum. You have seen our various press releases. You have seen the issues being discussed. And many of you are well aware. But at the same time, having come here, developments briefing we'll have a day-long program. After this program is over, we will again continue with our program where stakeholders, our youth, our students will be given the privilege to also give their opinion to us, and together we'll march ahead. But before I hand over to our convener, I'd like to introduce the 5 members who are part of this core committee. I would request our convener, Sir Engineer Tessino, to kindly come up and show his face. He's the convener of our committee as well as the president of Regma Hoho. I call upon Limakam Jamir to kindly come forward, the co-convener. Yeah, he represents the Ausenden in this committee, Mr. Limakam Jamir. I request Mr. Zato Kim Ho to kindly come forward. His presence is literally, you will not miss him. And he represents the APO in our committee. He's also the president of our Chakrama Public Organization. Mr. Zuchuma Muzui, wherever you are. Yes, the dashing representative from the Lota Hoho. So I am GK Jimobi, the member secretary from the Simi Hoho, and we 5 represent the 5 apex bodies in this committee. Before again, as I repeat, I hand over, let me give a brief gist of how we have progressed to this extent. 48 years, apikan sab puriya se indefinite reservation policy. And the time on everybody's mind, everybody's thinking hard is it is enough. However, amakan nijer ekta individual para bhavna kora to it doesn't translate unless we come together on a single platform. Today we are here. 2016, our student bodies, 5 student bodies had come together and had issued 6 charter of demands to the government. It dragged on for 6 years. The government conveniently said that it will be after next census. The issue ended there only. Having sensed that 5 apex bodies came in August 2023, it's time for the parent body, the apex body to step in. August 2023 day, it committee form ekta apex body ekta representative representing the tribe, and 5 of us are here today. We had done our homework. We had met different people, different stakeholders, people who could give opinions, retired officers, serving officers, and people well versed in policy matters. Ito piche we had come to a conclusion that it's time to take the matter to the state government. Just on September 20, Amakan Jagina, Honorable Chief Minister ke memorandum submit kurishe. There, many of you must have already gone through it. We had pointed out the issues that were not addressed, and we came to a conclusion, 2 core demands. That is, either scrap the policy if the government is not interested, or give us the balance of unreserved quota. Iti 2 core demand as a day. Inga September the dirishe, government sabo koi gina iku nokuri gina March pi khatam hoye. On the April 26th, we gave an ultimatum, a 1-month ultimatum. You all must have come across it. That unless our demands are addressed, we'll take the democratic form of protest. In the Aro it will be government to equal action nine. We decided on May 24th that starting May 29th, we will start with our agitations. Aritu laga. In continuation with that, May 29th, Amakan sub-district headquarters day protest march kurse, drawing the attention of the government. The government, as it is always known, 28th Amakan laga address kuribo, meeting kuribo, call of kuri gosho lebi. We went ahead since we were ready, and the protest, despite the inclement weather, was a success in all the districts. June 3rd, the government Amakan ke invite Kuranchna Jaishe. It was our Deputy Chief Minister Home, Sri Y. Patton, was the chairman of that meeting. And in that meeting, we reiterated our core demands, the two core demands. But then, the meeting can come to conclusion that there will be an independent commission. Now, this is for the audience. I'll tell you, that is not our demand in the first place. The government say, unless there is a commission to look into it, we cannot simply take action. Okay, we said yes. Then they say give us 2 weeks time for the cabinet to sit and 1 month time for the commission to be constituted. It was 2 weeks time. Dishe cabinet said on the 12th June. Khobar to Amakan media to Hunishe, nothing was communicated to us. And then here said the commission to set up Kurase Kodaksho, that was not our demand in the first place. Holebi Amakan Kare alarm Kurato July 2. The Honorable Chief Minister said that any reservation review will be done only after census. The same old excuse. Now, if you all remember, census to announce next year March the house listing jabo, 27 March 2027 March the head count jabo, and many of you are in government service also and having stayed in Goyamati Thaga, you must be well aware. Ito to exal to jabo, ini ka hole election bhi hai jabo. To census pichite ase koile ro aro commission to 2-3 years to keep kuri thakibo. It's a mockery. That's why we decided to go ahead with our agitation starting today. Yesterday there was an appeal from the government that must have confused some section of our society also, but then we were very firm. Okay, since the government and the ministers requested us when the Honorable CM is currently abroad, sitting across the table, we also said, okay then, we will limit our protest to sit in 1 day protest, that is today, since we are already prepared, and we are prepared, if you are prepared to honor your commitment and let the Chief Minister come. That is our standards of today. If that doesn't materialize, we will move on to our next step of agitation, and I request you all to be ready. Why? Because many of you here who are no more students, who are already mothers, who are already fathers, you may not benefit, I may not benefit, but it is your children, it is your grandchildren, the future, who is going to benefit. And unless today, even if we are inconvenienced for us to stand here also, unless we do this sacrifice, our children are not going to have a clear future. That's why I thank you all for coming here today, leaving all your busy assignments, your work schedules, to express your solidarity and to further go ahead with our program, to give us in detail what exactly have we come so far in the last 1.5 years. I now give the time to our convener, Engineer Teselo Sebi, to give the keynote address. So you can take your time.
Praise the Lord. I give glory and honor to God for this blessed day. Respected Chairperson, Mr. G.K. Jimobi, and our member C3. I give my respect to all the presidents and members of the Angami Public Organization, Ausenden, Luthahoho, Sumihoho, and Rengmahoho. Presidents and members of students and youth organizations present here today, presidents and members of mothers associations and members here today, tribal leaders, fellow citizens, friends from media, and members of the public. Good morning. I stand before you today not as a convener of the 5 Tribes Committee on review of the reservation policy, but as a voice representing the deep concerns and rightful aspirations of the 5 apex tribal bodies, Angami Public Organization, Ao Senden, Lutha Hoho, Sumi Hoho, and Rengma Hoho. These respected Hohos have nominated us and entrusted us with a responsibility to speak truly, boldly, and firmly on a matter that has long been left ignored. Accordingly, on the 20th September 2024, we submitted a memorandum to the government of Nagaland, as our member secretary has already stated. Our demand was either to scrap the current Nagaland reservation policy or to allot the unreserved quota to the 5 tribes. Ami khan laga main demand to itu ase Nagaland reservation policy itu 48 years in existence to scrap kori dibi. Itu ami khan laga demand ase. Aru government itu koribo na pare koile unreserved quota to ami khan ke 5 tribes ki di dibi. Itu ami khan laga core demand itu ase. When the government did not respond to our memorandum, we issued a 30-day ultimatum on 26 April 2025. As the government continued to remain silent, we launched the first phase of our democratic agitation, a public protest relay across all 8 districts of Nagaland on 28 May 2025. Our protest was peaceful, dignified, and united in message. Enough is enough. Dear friends, 48 years we have supported and allowed time for the implementation of the Nagaland reservation policy. Amigan 48 years to ini allowed kuri dishe. Nagaland government ke itu aram pra chula bole. We have done so in the spirit of brotherhood and solidarity, hoping that it will extend benefits to the needy people. And indeed, it has enabled several backward tribes to rise, sometimes even surpassing the so-called advanced tribes. 48 years they into reservation policy implement kurado. Dishi manu backward te thaklibi tia to advanced tribe khan prabi age bari jaise. Itu ami khan clearly dikhe ase. Here the key question is, how long is too long? Let me remind all of us here that Nagaland reservation policy was never meant to permanent. It was to be reviewed every 10 years. But in 1989, the government issued a notification that the existing policy will continue until further orders, a vague declaration that has now turned into indefinite extension. 1989 de 10 साल भीतर de itu reservation to review koribole to provision ase. Already 1989 the government to itu review korila bodli de itu reservation policy to order aro further order na dia tok extend kori thakibo kwa to aji tok 48 years hui jaise without proper reservation. Is this what envisioned? A policy that by now should have evolved, revised, or concluded has instead become permanent by neglect. Government to itu luigna permanent laga provision banai dis. Tagan laga negligence pra. Over the years, state government has constituted several committees to study and recommend changes to this policy. But what has happened? Committee alak beshi constitute kurigina itu reservation policy examine koribole review koribole korise holebi itu khan laga report to kut ase their reports lie in cold storage gathering dust and the concerns raised have gone unheard tate ta khan ki recommend korise government ni to eku action loa nai except a few token adjustment piecemeal de yate tate pick up korina to sa to ni phelai dis. As we continue to praise for change, we must also highlight the core issues that demand urgent examination if government truly intends to review the policy. Government to itu policy to review koribo lage, scrap na korikina review koribo lage, will be itu core issue khan to charibo na lage. Number 1 ase reservation policy duration to itu indefinite thakibo naki. Number 2 ase concept of internal reservation and the discrimination it has created. Amikan sob schedule tribe ase itu schedule tribe reservation to 80% rakhiche itu 80% de bitter aro reservation rakhina itia half century jai ase without reviewing. Third ase multiple benefits and flexible options and the lack of a creamy layering exclusion for backward tribes. Backward tribes can reservation pa khan bhi deserving khan to na pae. Creamy layers khan he enjoy kore tate bhi. Aro ta khan to le multiple option ase. Open competition te bhi ta khan koribo pare, reserve quota te bhi pabo pare. Open de na pae kole tate reservation te jai na loi lobo. Aro ami khan so called advanced tribes khan to tai khan pra high mark paile bhi ta khan to na pae. Tahan pra category low. Suppose in Amigan la candidate khan to 80% paigna panai, tahan to le 50% de pai jaise. So is it not a discrimination? Charta kutha se unjust age relaxations and cut off marks. Discrepancies that put others at a disadvantage. Cut off mark bhi komti bishi duita category banaise. Age relaxation bhi bishi di dise sob option open to reserve categories. Pansta kutha ase backlot of reserve post. Backlot reservation category te backlot post to bishi hoi jaise. Ole bhi takhan backward tribe kham pra itu fill up koribole qualified nai. Itu karone ni sal te itu advertise kuri na jai ase. For example, education sector 47 teaching posts remain on fill due to a lack of qualified applicants from the reserve categories. These posts are advertised and re-advertised every year to no avail, while deserving qualified candidates from our tribes are denied the opportunity to serve. Idman post rakhiche backlot ase reserve category khan ase takhan manu nahatok to 10 saal bhi jabo naki 15 saal jabo naki aro ami khan laga yate qualified khan borta korina unemployed hoina deprive korina thaki ase. So is this justice? Is this what affirmative action was supposed to look like? Moreover, the current system based solely on tribe status is deeply flawed. Tribe-wise reservation system to flawed ase. It fails to distinguish between those who are truly disadvantaged and those who are not. Reservation should target economic and social backwardness. Economic and social backwardness saikana reservation dibo lage. Itu constitution provision dibe ase. Olebi to misuse hoi jai ase. Many people in pocket areas, regardless of tribe, face real hardship. But this policy does not reach them. Amikhan tribe advance koile bhi, backward koile bhi, bishi jagate hussa bhi economically aro socially backward khan ase. Itu reservation to takhange bhi na panche. Reservation tribe pa khan bhi takhange bhi na panche. Itu defective to itu ase. Let us not forget this crucial fact. In Nagaland, all tribes are scheduled tribes. So, tribe tole scheduled tribes hai. So, the continued classification into backward and advanced tribe is not only unjust, it is discriminatory and divisive. Amikan tribe majote, Naga tribe majote, reservation policy halikana amikan majote discrimination rakhi ase, aro divisive policy ase. We therefore reiterate our clear and rightful demands. Either scrap the reservation policy entirely or allocate the remaining unreserved quota fairly to the 5 aggrieved tribes, Angami, Ao, Sumi, Lutha, and Rengma. On 3rd June 2025, state government convened a joint meeting with the 5 tribes at the Chief Secretary's Conference Hall. We were told that within a fortnight, a decision on setting up of commission would be conveyed and that within a month, action would be taken on our demands. Itu commission set up kuribo, kuikena ulai jato le 3rd meeting government to amikan ke matikena jadin de itu. It is the outcome of the meeting only. Itu to amikan la demand nahay. Amikan la demand do reservation policy scrap koribi, নহলে unreserved quota to amikan 5 tribes kange dibi. Itu he ase. Itu karone government to itu opor de amikan la demand opor de ajitok eku communication dia nai. Apni kan la demand take up koribo kwa bhi likha nai, na koribo kwa bhi likha nai dei. Itu karone aji amikan yate gather kora to itu pressurize koribole itu yate jama hoise. Today, more than a month has passed. There is no notification, no update, no action. Are we to conclude that this is not a priority for the government? Amikan like to demand to the government karne eku priority nahi na ki. Aji tok amikan laga eku demand report government to eku action loi dia nahi. Worse still, we have come to learn that government now intend to wait for the next population census 2025. Government to itia to itu amikan laga demand opor action loa laga budli de. Commission set up korigina 3 साल aro jaigna thakibo aro itu pichete sabo kwa to commission itia ki purpose karne set up korise. 2027 census may not conclude in 2027 again. 2028 to election ahi jabo itu time te ministry kun ahibo najani. So before addressing our issue, government is now shifting with the excuse of population census 2027. Are we expected to sit quietly for another 3 or 4 years? Does this mean we will celebrate 50 years, a golden jubilee of a flawed and unreviewed policy? Golden jubilee celebrate koribole ami khan rukhi ase naki? Eto defective policy loi kana. Let us be clear. 48 years is enough. The time to act is now. Etia ami khan move kore ase. Etu thik homoy ami khan be better late than never. We are gathered here today not out of anger, but out of conviction. We are not here to create division, but to restore fairness. And let us be honest, if there is political will, State Cabinet can sit and take a decision on our demands even today. Aji amikan yate khara ase. State government to political will thakile aji cabinet sitting korina bhi decision korina dibo pare. We urge the government, do not delay justice any longer. We want a government where every tribe is treated fairly, where merit, equality, and opportunity are not sacrificed at the altar of outdated policies. Before I conclude, I thank all the Apex tribal organizations, civil society, and concerned citizens who continue to support this cause, let us remain united, firm, and peaceful in our stand. May God bless our collective efforts. May God bless the 5 tribes. May God bless Nagaland. Thank you all.